President Tinubu reviews pardon for kidnapping, drug-related offences. House of Rep approves President Tinubu's $2.35 billion external loan request. Senate confirms Shuaibu as chief of Army Staff. On the foreign scene, Putin defies Trump with second nuclear weapon test in days. In business news, NUPRC seeks finance investment from Bank of America to increase oil production. In tech news, OpenAI reached deal, removing the fundraising constraint from ChatGPT maker. In entertainment news, Nigerian rapper Olamide says desperation for international recognition. And in sport, Zurich expresses pleasure with Lookman's performance in Atalanta's draw with Milan. You're listening to Royal FM 95.1 Ilorin. Enjoy good radio, Royal FM 95.1, wherever you are, by downloading the Royal FM app on Google Play Store. You can also listen to us by visiting the Royal FM website, www.royalfm951.net.ng, or you can watch us live on our social media pages. The news continues after the break.
I'm tired of this country.
This country will never change.
I'm nothing in Nigeria.
Stop shooting Nigeria down. Ask yourself, what have I done for Nigeria? And how can I be an agent of change? Talk positive about Nigeria and be a part of the change process. Dare to believe. Spread the word.
Nigeria will survive. Africa will survive. My people will survive. Oh, Nigeria will survive.
This message is reaching you from Royal FM 95.1 Ilorin.
Welcome back. Now the news in detail. On the national scene, President Bola Tinubu has ordered a review of the presidential pardon granted to at least 175 persons at the National Council of State meeting on October 9th, 2025, following nationwide outrage over the inclusion of individuals convicted of serious offences. In a statement today, the President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, said, consequently, certain persons convicted of serious crimes such as kidnapping, drug-related offences, human trafficking, fraud, unlawful possession of firearms or arms dealings were deleted from the list. Speaking further, Ononuga noted that others who had been hitherto pardoned in the old list had their sentences commuted. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has forwarded a request to the House of Representatives seeking legislative confirmation of newly appointed heads of the nation's defense architecture, including the Chief of Defense Staff and other service chiefs. The request was contained in two separate letters signed by President Tinubu and read during today's plenary by the Speaker of the House, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas. Following the reading of the letters, the House resolved to refer the nominations to an ad hoc screening committee for legislative consideration and confirmation. Speaker Abbas therefore announced that the screening panel will be chaired by the chairman of the House Committee on Defense, with the chairman and deputy chairman of the committees on Army, Navy and Air Force serving as members. Moving on to the Green Chamber, the House of Representatives today approved President Bola Tinubu's request to secure a total of $2.347 billion from the international capital market to part finance the 2025 budget deficit and refinance maturing Eurobonds. The approval followed the consideration and adoption of a report presented by the House Committee on Aid, Loans and Debt Management, chaired by Honorable Abubakar Hassan, during plenary presided over by Speaker Tajuddin Abbas. The House highlighted that since assuming office in May 2023, President Bola Tinubu's administration has secured substantial external financing to support governmental programs and fiscal operations. Notably, between May 2023 and May 2025, Nigeria obtained approximately $7.2 billion in external loans from the World Bank, aiming at bolstering key economic reforms and development initiatives. And in the Red Chamber, the Senate today confirmed Major General Wahidi Shaub as the new Chief of Army Staff, directing him to take a bow and assume office immediately. Shaub's confirmation came after the upper chamber cleared General Olufemi Oluyede as Chief of Defense Staff, marking the commencement of the screening process for President Bola Tinubu's newly appointed service chiefs. Notably, the confirmation exercise held at the National Assembly complex in Abuja and presided by Senate President Godswill Akpabio, who asserted that the exercise was a constitutional responsibility designed to ensure that only the most competent and patriotic officers are entrusted with the nation's security. The news is reaching you from Royal FM 95.1 Ilorin. We'll take a break now. When we return, it will be foreign news. Please stay with us.
Your family needs you. Nigeria needs you. Drive safe and carefully. Your life is precious.
This message is reaching you from Royal FM 95.1 Ilorin.
Welcome back. This is the news around the globe on Royal FM 95.1 Ilorin. On the foreign scene, Russia has successfully tested a nuclear-capable, nuclear-powered underwater drone. President Vladimir Putin made this known today, defying the United States President Donald Trump's warnings, with Moscow's second test of a new nuclear weapons system in just a few days. It will be recalled that Putin, on Sunday, oversaw a test of another advanced nuclear-capable weapon, the Berezovsky cruise missile, which he said had an unlimited range. In business news, the Commission Chief Executive of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, has urged the Bank of Nigeria of America, to increase funding and investment portfolios for Nigeria's upstream oil sector to boost crude oil production. In a statement by NUPRC spokesperson Eniola, the agency's chief executive officer, Benga Komolafe, made this request when the managing director and head of investment bank in sub-Saharan Africa, Bank of Nigeria, Bank of America, Chuba Ezenwa, paid a courtesy visit in Abuja. He therefore noted that the move was in line with the Petroleum Industry Act 2021, which mandates the Commission to promote an enabling environment for investment in the upstream petroleum operations and development of Nigerian content in the petroleum industry. In tech news, OpenAI has announced a restructuring deal that frees the ChatGPT maker to move away from its non-profit route and likely go public so it can finance CEO Sam Altman's ambitious plans to develop data centers and cutting-edge technology. The deal refashions the $500 billion company as a public benefits corporation that is controlled by a non-profit with a stake in OpenAI's financial success. Meanwhile, in a live stream broadcast, Altman said an initial public offering was the most likely path for the company's future, given how much money is needed to train and build AI systems like the one that supports ChatGPT. In entertainment news, Nigerian indigenous rapper Olamide has opened up about his strategy in the music industry, revealing that identifying his audience was key. He explained that he's comfortable being an indigenous artist, stressing that he's not desperate for international validation. Olamide further stated that he would not change his sound or switch his style to appeal to a Western audience. And finally, in sports news, Atalanta head coach Ivan Juric has labelled Ademola Lookman a spectacular player after the winger's performance in Ledey's 1-1 draw with AC Milan. Lookman salvaged a point for Atalanta in the keenly contested Serie A encounter. Juric therefore praised the Nigerian international for his impressive performance in the match. Before we end today's news around the globe, here again are the highlights of the news as brought to you. President Tinubu reviews pardon for kidnapping, drug-related offences. House of Rep approves President Tinubu's $2.35 billion external loan request. Senate confirms Shaibu as Chief of Army Staff. On the foreign scene, Putin defies Trump with second nuclear weapons test in days. In business news, NUPRC seeks finance investment from Bank of America to increase oil production. In tech news, OpenAI rich deal removing fundraising constraints from ChatGPT maker. In entertainment news, Nigerian rapper Olamide says no desperation for international recognition. And in sport, Juric expresses pleasure with Lookman's performance in Atalanta's draw with Milan. With that, we've come to the end of today's news around the globe. It was compiled by God's Desire Ogume and edited by Kmida Oladimeji Kolawole. You can visit www.royaltimes.net.ng for updates on the news. For happenings around you, you can call the Royal FM News Hotline on 0901 877 7409. 0901 877-7409. Kindly stick around for the news in Yoruba language. I am Edwina Aseneme. Do have a lovely evening.
My daughter, I'm so happy for you.
Oh, mommy.
Feels just like yesterday when I was rocking you in my arms. Just like this, your old immunization card.
Really?
At 6 weeks old, your dad tried to change your diaper. 10 weeks, you grew your first tooth and was crying up and down. When you got to 9 months old, it was special because you are taking all 5 immunizations before your first breast